expect the order book to grow in that regard. As far as long gestation projects are concerned, NHAI or the Ministry of Road Transport is coming out with two models. One is the hybrid annuity model, which will apparently result into OMT players or toll collecting companies like us doing the tolling for the government on longer duration. The second initiative, what we understand, is the monetizing of the toll receivables, which the government is evaluating, which will help the government to raise close to 60,000 crores of capital, which can be used over the period of time to build additional roads through EPC methodology.
Okay, Jayant, we leave it at that. Thanks very much for taking time out and chatting with us, also sharing your business outlook with us. So that's the management of MEP Infra, and as you can see, the stock is currently holding out in the green zone, higher in trade by about 0.5%. Well, let's then discuss markets then, and Prakash Kaba, CFT, prakashkaba.com, as well as Sandeep Wagle, founder and CEO, palmywealth.com, now join us. Good morning to both of you. Let's first talk about the Nifty, which is down in trade by about 0.8%. Sandeep, what is it that you make of the Nifty at this point of time? Do you expect some recovery coming in?
Good morning, Kamia. I expect 8400 to hold, and if that doesn't hold, then I expect further weakness. Then I expect the short-term momentum or has given away. The one can conclude that, and then we may even go down to 83, 82, 80, somewhere around that. But till that doesn't happen, I think we will be in the 8400, 8500 band with more of stock-specific moves. If you ask me, as of now, I am seeing a little bit of a negative bias for the next hour or two, but I don't expect 8400 to be broken. So 8400, 8480, that range, I think the Nifty should play in for today.
8432 is where we're currently placed at. But speaking of stock-specific, Prakash, I'd like to discuss some of the large caps. Reliance Industries doing fairly well above the 1,000 mark, close to the day's high, while Tata Motors is the other one that's struggling a little bit in the session. It's at its 52-week low, and on a year-to-date basis is down about 16%. What's the call on these two charts?
Well, Reliance looks okay. I would say that as long as the level of around 980 holds, should be fine. But I would be slightly worried if it breaks 988 or 985 zones, because it's traded for around 2 weeks in these regions, and if it doesn't go up, it gets tired and then it could break. So my concern is around levels of around 985, 88 zones. As far as Tata Motors is concerned, I think Tata Motors is certainly looking weak to me. The way it's broken down, a very important support of 426 tells me that there's much more downside here. Levels that I would watch, it's trading at a support zone now, but I would say it can slide down to levels closer to 400 zones. And if it breaks 400, it's bad, but 400 looks like a possibility out here on Tata Motors.
Okay, that's the call on Tata Motors, which is currently at 52-week low and down by 16% on a year-to-date basis. Let's slip into a short break at this point of time, but coming up, we speak to the management of IOB. Pawan Kumar Bajaj, who's the Executive Director, will be joining in just a bit.
Commodities.
This show is presented by MCX in association with India Mart. Kaam yahi banta hai.
Don't lose out. Trade on India's fastest exchange, BSE.
आजकल डायमंड सिटी सूरत में हीरों को तराशने का काम सिर्फ कारखानों में ही नहीं होता। देश का कोना कोना बदल रहा है और हम गर्व के साथ इस बदलाव का हिस्सा बन रहे हैं। अब कोना कोना कोटक, कोटक महिंद्रा बैंक।
Portfolio management scheme is not allowed in commodity derivatives market. Issued in public interest by MCX Investor Protection Fund.
बेबी, इस ड्रेस में ज्यादा मोटी लग रही हूँ क्या?
कुछ सवालों का जवाब मिलना मुश्किल है, लेकिन प्लाईवुड से जुड़ा कोई भी सवाल ग्रीन प्लाई से पूछें।
Welcome back. Still tuned in to Hot Stocks, and some of the startup group stocks looking fairly weak in trades right now.
That's right. But let's connect with the management of IOB Bank. Like we promised, Pawan Kumar Bajaj, who's the Executive Director of Indian Overseas Banks, now joins us on the show. Morning, Pawan. Good to have you with us. First up, IOB had a meeting with Finance Ministry on capital infusion last week. How much capital have you sought from the government?
Means in this current financial year 2015-16 we are not envisaging very high growth, but even whatever this 7 to 8% growth we envisaged and given to various zones in our bank, I think our requirement is to the tune of 4,000 crore, and there is a permission for 2,500 crore already with us. Rest 1,500 we are looking at various means, and we are telling the government to also support us in this matter. And out of 2,500 we have already raised ATN this bond of 1,000 crore. Rest we can raise 1,500 crore. So we are waiting for the right moment in the market, because right now looking into our rating and market condition, cost is very high. And since up to September 2015 we are not looking at very high growth in the bank. And if we compare the business figures also, it is almost at stagnant level of March 2015, and consciously we are realigning our balance sheet. We are shedding high cost deposit. If we see a set creation is there in the market and demand is there, definitely we will go for, and we have to decide about the route. Means ATN right now is very costly, so we are not looking at. If some support comes from the government of India, I think our MD had recent presentation on this, and we will look into that.
Morning, Mr. Bajaj. Moving away from fundraising, etc., and capital needs, I wanted to talk a little bit about your numbers. Now, after seeing a couple of quarters of losses, Q4 was a major improvement. Will Q1 be any better?
See, whatever means strategy we adopted in this last June quarter, definitely it will pay off. But the thing is like this, particularly on the treasury side, due to Greece matter. So right now we are not well aware of what is mark to market, but still we hope this quarter will do well, because we mainly focused on the recovery. And next quarter also, means September, we are seeing whatever efforts we had done in the last quarter, that will pay off. I think we will out of woods by September.
Okay, now your gross NPA is at 8.33%, stressed loans at over 17%. Where do you see stressed loan portfolio by the end of financial year, Mr. Bajaj?
See, what we have in the last this regional manager conference we did in Chennai also, we called all our regional heads, and we said right from 17% state asset, this figure should come down to at least 12% in the current financial year, and everyone is working on that, and main focus is on this NPA recovery only. And in the last quarter of last financial year, in March itself, in the last quarter, whatever we could recover, it was much more than the full last year recovery. And same means efforts are continuing, and we are hopeful in this current financial year means we will able to recover much more, and whatever our target given to the various heads of 12% we will able to achieve.
Have you seen any fresh slippages in the first quarter?
Yes, it is there right now, because still this audit is to be done, and we are hopeful it won't be means very high as compared to the last quarters, but it would be there.
Okay, and how is your restructured book and any slippages?
Restructured book basically means whatever our total portfolio is around 18,000 crore, and in that also right now we are not looking at anything in a big way, but some slippages would be there.
Now, the RBI Financial Stability Report mentioned that restructured DISCOM loans could slip into NPAs. What is your exposure and how big a worry is it?
See, as far as IOB is concerned, I right now means whatever I know, particularly to the Tamil Nadu state, this is our exposure is roughly 2,100 crore, and I think as per the means package, things are going well. So there is no chance of slippages further. And now whatever this escrow account maintained by this Tamil Nadu, this distribution company, things are happening and everything is in place.
Okay, let's talk about monsoon, Mr. Bajaj. How is that progressing? And do you see a pickup in agricultural loans?
Earlier it was that people were telling that monsoon won't be very well, but last couple of days, I think it has exceeded the whatever means expectation was there, and credit pickup is well, particularly means we are seeing in the southern state and in north also, means whatever normal credit growth is there.
Okay, we'll let you go on that note. Thanks so much, Mr. Bajaj, for joining in, giving us a glimpse of how things are shaping up for the bank and what the outlook is. For now, though, IOB is coming off a little bit, and so is the rest of the market, by the way. We're at the day's low right now, threatening to perhaps break 8,400 on the downside. The broader end of the market is really bleeding as we speak. Vedanta, a 6% crackdown on that stock. Yes Bank, Tata Motors, Hindalco, Tata Steel, so it's clearly Metallica feeling the heat today. Ken India, NMDC and BHEL are some of the other top laggards. Mitesh Thakkar joins in with his option strategies. And Mitesh, what is it that you've picked out?
See, I think today while the market is weak, the stock of Crompton is doing extremely well. So I would suggest buying into the 185 strike call of Crompton Greaves. I think it's giving some kind of a breakout. Try to buy it around 5 to 6 rupees. Keep the stop loss at levels of below 3.9, and I think 11 rupees would be the target which I think the option can hit as the stock price goes up in the next few days.
Okay, and Mr. Gaba would like to come to you with your top trading ideas.
I like Havells. That's looking good to me. It's given, I think, look the way it's given a breakout. Looks like it can climb to levels closer to 315. Stop below 298. Second stock I like is JP Infratech. That is looking good. I think it's into a pause mode and can climb to levels closer to around 20. Stop below 1640. And finally, I also like Pidilite. That looks good. Can climb to levels closer to 600 zone. Maybe take a day or two for that. Stop below 565.
Sandeep, let's nail it down to the hot stocks that you're watching out for at the time when the market is slipping pretty quickly.
Yes, Avan, as I said that I see some momentum, downside momentum for the day. So I have two sell ideas and one buy idea. A sell in a Tata Motors, stop loss 420, target 395. A sell in a Yes Bank, stop loss 855, target 810. And a buy in a Exide, stop loss 150, target 165.
Okay, Sandeep, thanks very much for sharing those top trading ideas with us, and thanks to Prakash and Mitesh as well. And with that, it's a wrap on Hot Stocks. Thanks for watching, but Traders 20 comes up next, so some more trading ideas coming your way.
If you think they are excited about T20 cricket, then think again. India's going gaga over ET Now's show, Traders 20. It's where India's top analysts meet on the trading pitch every weekday and give you top 20 stock recommendations of the day on Traders 20. Only on ET Now.
Hetic Sliding Door Systems. The best-in-class sliding systems for wardrobes and kitchens. Invisibly smart, whisper quiet. Hetic Fittings. Make your furniture work beautifully. German quality you can trust.
मुझे पता है what change means. हर नई सुबह लाए एक नया जोश, एक नया मौका, एक नई पहचान। बॉलीवुड हो या लाइव, स्टे हमेशा टर्न ऑन। टर्न ऑन।
क्या आपके साथ भी ऐसा हुआ है? ग्राहक होने के नाते धोखा? क्या आप चुपचाप सहन करके बैठ जाते हैं या अपने हक की लड़ाई लड़ते हैं? मेरे साथ भी धोखा हुआ। बस अपनी शिकायत लिखी अपोजिट पार्टी के फैक्ट्स और डॉक्यूमेंट्स के साथ कंज्यूमर फोरम में जमा करके। न वकील की फीस लगी और फैसला भी 3 महीने में आ गया। आप भी सोचिए मत, अपने हक की लड़ाई कंज्यूमर फोरम में लड़िए।
जागो ग्राहक जागो।
The markets are charting their own course, ignoring global volatility. So what are the top stocks to keep on your radar? Our guests for BNS and the stock game this week are Gaurav Bissa, Siddhartha Chatterjee and Prakash Gaba. Catch the thrilling game of portfolio building on BNS and